And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to DJ Kurt Entertainment, DJ Kurt's video venue review. Today coming to you from the New England Carousel Museum here in my hometown, Bristol, Connecticut. This old building, not really sure what at one time was, probably a factory or something, but let me just zoom out here. It is located not far from downtown Bristol, right off of Old Route 72. Inside is absolutely fabulous, a treat for the eyes. Photographers will have a field day. There is just so much going on in there. And, you know, the only drawback of the Carousel Museum is their parking. Honestly, there's not a lot of parking right at the museum itself. There's probably, I'm guessing, about 20 spaces up top, maybe about 10 or so just below. Oh, and one last thing when it comes to the parking situation at the Carousel Museum, there is more than ample parking. I should tell you, there is more than ample parking in surrounding lots. The Bristol Water Department is next door with probably parking for up to 50 vehicles. That would be this building right over here. So yeah, you're going to need to walk a little bit, but you know what, at any larger banquet facility, unless you're the first dozen or so cars there, you got a little bit of a walk before you reach the facility anyway. So to me, it's a non-issue. Just thought I'd point it out. Now, once again, let's go inside and see what it's all about here at Bristol's very own New England Carousel Museum. And so as you enter the main level, this is where cocktail hour would be for your wedding. Immediately to the right, I have a table set up here, which will, I assume, eventually be hors d'oeuvres. And everywhere you look, carousel horses. And for your guests, and they're still in the process of setting up, so, you know, a couple of tablecloths not on and so on, but for your guests, carousel rides, it's included. With or without the Oompa box, but this thing is really loud, so I believe most folks opt not to have that going as the carousel goes around. But lots of fun. Bring out the kids and all of you. And, you know, another area for cocktails and so on. Our ceremony is also here today, and that's going to be taking place in the main room. Main room is long. Wedding party will be processing from the opposite end of the room down the aisle, and then ceremony right in this area. Already warned Dave, our minister, he has to be on top of his game because there's a lot going on in this room. Frankly, I'm a little worried. Not for me. I'm just the soundtrack. Everywhere you look, the horses, the carousels. I even see a few Disney characters.
Is that actually a sound here?
Oh, sure.
So it's picking up what you're playing?
Oh, absolutely. And this is where I believe the wedding party will be processing from. So lots of rooms in this place. Quite a long walk. And that, I believe they call this the main gallery, is your ceremony area. So, I have some work to do, so I'm going to sign out, and then I'm going to go upstairs and show you what that's all about. And so when you arrive upstairs, this is the main banquet area, where, of course, today's wedding is. It's not that large of a wedding. I think it's about 120 guests. Large room. It will be great acoustics because everything in here, the ceiling, the walls, the floor, the beams are all wood. This is, I think, I'm not really sure if it's an old firehouse or what. Typically, events here are catered. The bar when you walk in is to your immediate right. And the room is more rectangular. So you have tables on either side. They have a very large wedding party today. Buffet-style dinner. And then the dance area is centered in the room. They are doing a rather large head table. There are little vignettes everywhere here. I mean, this place, if you want to with one word would describe it, would be busy, but busy in a good sense. I mean, you have carousel horses everywhere. I mean, remember, this is a museum you're having your event in. For some reason, there's also a Hellenic museum, so I would imagine maybe the proprietor or the person in charge is of Greek origin. Today they're using this area as the photo booth room, so that's a good idea. Plenty of room in here, nice bright lights. Your photographer will be happy if you're considering a photo booth. And at the end of the room is a museum of fire history. I guess that pertains to Bristol. DJ sets up at this end. And then looking back out onto the room. And then a quick walk through the fire museum. I mean, if you're into, the fire department, know anybody that's been, or yourself, or just a little kid or an adult that still has a little kid in him that likes fire trucks and everything, this is the place for you. It's really a fabulous museum for fire paraphernalia. And then back out into the main room. So that's it. Once again, this is DJ Kurt, DJ Kurt Entertainment. Hoping to see you out and about at one of our fabulous weddings.